What's going on, everybody? Always having a great day, great night, wherever you're watching this from. One of the worst things that you can ever do is actually allow people to really try to make you feel bad. And it happens all the time, you know, when your life has transitioned, when you have decided to, you know, walk away from something that was not healthy, toxic relationships, toxic friendships, you know, just people that we were connected to for all the right reasons, but things just didn't work out. It happens all the time, but some people, it's really hard for them to transition and move on. And a lot of times there's some resentment that they're holding within themselves that they don't want to deal with. And it doesn't mean that we still can't be friends. It just means that we can't communicate the way we used to. That bond is no longer there. That commitment can no longer be there. And so there really can't even be a friendship. And a lot of times you'll hear people say, well, you know, we can still be friends, you know, after us being lovers. And that is some of the nonsense that I've ever heard, because there will always be there is a connection and a bond that is given within a relationship that a friendship would never experience. And you have to be very careful of that, of people that still want to be friends with you after the relationship has been severed. Because what tends to happen is they are still harboring those feelings. And even along with those feelings, there were still unresolved issues that they have within themselves that they need to dig personally, deep down inside, and deal with it. And it's not easy. And you can't fall for the okey doke when it comes to even entertaining something like that, because you're not doing nothing but damaging yourself and damaging the person that you're with. So, you know, it's sad that people will still feel a certain way. It's sad that they will still have these feelings that they haven't dealt with. And both of you all have made an agreement that you're going to go ahead and move on. This is the best thing for the both of you all. But yet still, they still want to continue to carry on like everything is good. And it's not going to happen. Relationships were not built overnight. I think a lot of times we hold on to things longer than what we should in hopes of things turning around. It doesn't happen that way. So even if it doesn't happen that way, people still want to hold you hostage and try to make you commit to something that is impossible to commit to, because it's no longer about you all, but it's about your sanity, it's about your peace, and it's truly about your happiness. And until we understand this and until we realize this, we'll continue to go around in circles with the person that we're involved with, never understanding that in order for us to really be what we need to be and who God has purposed for us to be, we have to disconnect and be connected to the right people. You know, your destiny and your purpose in life and the things that you want to accomplish in life, you have to be connected with the right person. If you're not connected with the right person, you're doing nothing but delaying yourself. There are a lot of people that are in relationships and have gotten married to people, and they're trying to figure out why certain things have not happened. Well, a lot of it has to do with the people that you're connected to. Your connection to everybody else, your circle, your friends, even some family members that you still associate yourself with, and just because they're family doesn't mean you have to be connected to them. You're connected to them, but you don't have to have them in your inner circle. You know, we place people in our lives because a lot of times we are connected to them based off of blood, but we're not connected to them based off of purpose. You have to be careful. You have to make sure that you are preparing yourself. You have to make sure that you're honest with yourself. You have to make sure that when it's time to walk away from something that's toxic, you got to cut it off and you got to do it. And in order for you to heal, in order for you to grow, you cannot continue to communicate. You cannot continue to allow people that you were in a relationship with to still have that friendship. Because what happens is there are benefits that you got within that relationship that you would never get within a friendship. But because there's still unresolved feelings that will never go away, you cannot be friends with them. So you can pray for them, you can be concerned, but you still cannot entertain them. And you got to stop lying to yourself. It's unhealthy. And you're never going to be able to be who you're purposed to be. And you'll never be able to have a healthy relationship with the person that you want to get involved with next, because you're still connected with this person that is supposed to be your friend, but they're still your lover. So I want y'all to think about that. Last but not least, always remember, this is the moment of your life. God is bigger than this moment, and that's the reason why we got to continue to press. So a blessed day, blessed night, everyone.